Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your monthly reading for October 2025. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and you know we're going to jump right in. I hope you are ready to roll up your sleeves, Gemini. We're going to talk. But listen, this is going to be a month, and you are going to be very happy with a month like this. It's all about transformation, okay? Phoenix rising from the ashes of eclipse season. And if you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your spread. Then I'm going to break it down week by week. I'm going to pull more cards. There's a whole lot happening in October. And yeah, there's a lot that's not even on the whiteboard. There's stuff on the back. And remember the blue asterisk. They're always the best aspects, okay, of the month. And Gemini, once again, you got... Let's talk here, okay? First, congratulations, right, for making it through a bonkers summer and eclipse season, okay? And now here we are in a month that is chock full of amazing, rare aspects, many that we have never experienced as humanity, as a collective. There's so many grand trines overlapping too. I mean, it is bonkers, all right? This is and Venus moving into her domicile, yeah, forming one of those grand trines. We'll talk about that. And your BFF, Jupiter, right? Jupiter, the planet of luck and good fortune, expansion, wisdom, finally coming out to play. Remember, last month had one aspect. The month before that, one aspect, right? Planetary wise. Oh, you're going to see some magic happen. I hope you're ready to receive truckloads of money. You know, Jupiter's in your second house of money. Yeah. So, whoa. And the other thing is, if you saw your annual forecast I did for you for 2025, you know we have one of the best new moons of the year. It honestly is going to be a month for you that it truly is going to be unforgettable, because there's so many different things happening, but you are going to get really busy. But that's the thing. October, you just heard everything that I said. There's so many wonderful things. It's like a gift bag from Home Goods, from that, cheese event you went to, whatever it was. But anyway, we're also plunging into the deep, okay? And in October, and just letting you know, when I say that, we're moving into Scorpio season. All right, there's going to be a stellium in Scorpio. And that's why I say, I hope you're ready to roll your sleeves up. That's your sixth house. We'll talk about that. But all this water energy, right? Emotions, intuition, compassion. But it is like water with a splash of vodka, because you're going to feel charged up, okay? And you're going to go far. You're going to get really far. You obviously take that inspired action, but you have Mars in Scorpio all month. You will. Trust me, you will. You have Pluto going direct. What? And there's so much cardinal activation, especially the first half with the Sun in Libra. I'll, of course, walk you through that. But here's the thing. This month, you're going to feel indomitable. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but you know what I mean. And there's 3 reasons why. 1, I just explained most of it, okay? 2, October is a month, like I said, of deep transformation, even doing some shadow work, maybe purging things that you didn't during eclipse season. That's going to help you gain a lot of traction. And mid-month, I'm calling it a gateway, okay? We have a gateway of all these amazing golden triangles, okay? And number 3, the prism portal, okay? That rare grand trine that you experienced all summer, right? Strongly, that put you on the path that you're on now, okay? It's creating a brand new era for you with Saturn conjunct Neptune, right? And that sextiling Uranus in your sign, as well as Pluto in Aquarius, and Uranus is trining Pluto, okay? There's your pyramid. It's a configuration, again, if you're new to my channel, so rare, nobody on this planet has ever experienced. And it's never happened in modern human history. But what it did, it made you a spiritual warrior, okay? The past few months, you had tests. Gemini, you had some tests. It made you stronger, okay? So yes, there are going to be some squares and oppositions this month, but you're already a red belt. It's going to be a piece of cake. Just remember to vibrate at that high frequency. There's a lot of great energy you can attach to this month. And it's one of those long months. You got 31 days. 31 days. All right. Now, we're kicking it off on Wednesday, October 1st. You see, Mercury will square Jupiter in Cancer. Not a big deal. Mercury, your ruler, is weak in Libra. Okay. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. Stronger position here. All right. And Jupiter always squeezes something good out of an aspect. So, not even, so you could hear great news. There could be something here that's really exciting for you. There could be conversations that tip in your favor. There could be some fairness that you're hearing about, but just with this square, just make sure that it not be wishy-washy. Okay, you're usually not. All right, Gemini, but just letting you know, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriage and contracts and home and family and money and finances for you, specifically, and romance and children and recreations, creative projects, this can be a little bit scattered energy. All right, so the only reason I'm really bringing this up is because Mercury is your ruler. And I did tell you Jupiter's come out to play, but just wait until we turn this over to the gateway, right? The second half of the month. Here's the thing. What's interesting about this day, and this is going to be a really big deal for you. Juno, Jupiter's wife, who rules equality and justice and fairness in commitments and marriage and partnerships and agreements, moving back to Sagittarius. And remember that Juno is Libra's asteroid. So what does that mean for you, Gemini? Well, Juno is Jupiter's wife. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. And Sagittarius rules your 7th house. And that is Libra's home. So do you see this overlap happening for you? If you have felt that things were getting, there was maybe a little with contracts or relationships, partnerships. Oh, you got a whole backup team. You got a makeup team. You got everything you need right here. Okay. This is a big deal for you. Okay. Because we are in Libra season as well. So huge emphasis on partnerships, relationships, contracts. And when I say that, it can be work, it can be love, it can be one-on-one. Yeah, your babysitter, your wedding planner, your agent, whatever it is, that relationship, okay? Because you're going to feel a shift. Juno in Sagittarius is a lot more freedom and expansion, and it's a lot more adventurous. So there really could be something with legal matters around this time, but I really want you to pay attention to this day because Juno will immediately trine Neptune in Aries, that at 0 degrees in your 11th house of your future hopes and wishes and long-term goals and commitments and dreams. Oh my, what? So something's brewing. Okay, Gemini, something's brewing for you. Something romantic, something dreamy. It's Neptune. Yeah. There could be something here with friendships, groups you belong to. 11th house is also social media. There could be something here regarding social media that, hey, we're building something. You could even meet someone. Yeah. But anyway, it could lead to something down the month that I'm going to talk about. We're going to come back to this date. So if you are a cross watcher, if you do watch for your rising or your moon or for your husband or for anyone that needs to hear this, okay? Your pet frog, all the cardinal signs, that would be Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, they're going to feel this aspect the most. If you have any planets in any of those signs, 20 to 24 degrees, you're going to feel it the most, okay? And yes, I am throwing in you and Virgo because Mercury's your ruler, right? So big deal here. And all the mutable signs, to be honest, they're going to feel this too. So anyway, Saturday, October 4th, you got Venus conjuncting the South Node. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because you just had an eclipse, right? In Virgo on the, South Node. And then also in the past few months, you had the Sun conjunct the South Node. You had Mars conjunct the South and Mercury all conjunct the South Node. So this is the last of it. And this is all requiring you to release something. Remember, this is karmic. Yeah. There's something karmic here. Home, family. Yeah. Your domestic sector, maybe even real estate. Some of y'all moving. Okay. Some of y'all already have. Some of y'all will. All right. So, or people moving out, people moving in, landlords, all of that. Okay. In the mix. Again, it's Venus too. So, it could be a relationship. It could be a creative project. You finished one, you're on to another. It could be a habit, right? Venus is still in Virgo, by the way. And so money matters. Venus is money. Yeah. Relationships. But it's also like maybe even being hard on yourself with that Venus and Virgo energy, South Node energy, or a lesson that you're learning around this time. Okay. And any of the above. Now, who's going to feel this the most? Well, it'll be the mutable signs. You, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. If you have any planets 17 to 19 degrees in any of those signs, especially Virgo, right? You're definitely going to feel this. Now, Monday, October 6th, Mercury does move into Scorpio. We're going to talk more about this in your weekly forecast next week, but this is happening pretty much all month, okay? Gemini, so keep that in mind. There is a depth with Mercury, your ruling planet, in Scorpio. So we're talking about communication. Yeah. We're talking about ideas and conversations that you're having. So Scorpio rules your sixth house of everyday activities of work. Yeah. There's got to be some conversations, but Mercury in Scorpio, it is passion. And it's like, I got your back energy. Yeah. But just remember, there is depth here. Mercury, as you know, is the mind. Yeah. Scorpio is very psychological. So remember, this is happening for the rest of the month. And you could be doing some shadow work as well with Mercury in Scorpio, especially when Pluto goes direct. Yeah, Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, the modern ruler. But yeah, this is for you and you to let you know. This is your sixth house. So again, your day-to-day routines, your lifestyle, work, colleagues, employees, LLCs, things like that. Yep. As well as health. Health matters. So the thing about Mercury and Scorpio, just to let you know, Gemini, is that remember, it goes deep. Okay. That Scorpio energy has depth and intensity. So probing energy, detective energy, internet sleuth energy. Like you have to know, you need answers. Who took the cookie from the cookie jar? Who's under the scream mask? Who? I gotta know. I gotta check. All right. So keep that in mind, because what did I say earlier? Venus is in Virgo, which is super analytical. Gotta know the details, that kind of energy. So be mindful of this package deal, because all this detective, Mulder, Scully, really got to know the answers energy with Mercury and Scorpio all month, especially for you. Yeah, it's fine if you're working on a cold case, but don't forget Mars is in Scorpio too. Yeah. That's rocket fuel that amplifies this energy, especially with partnerships, investments, wealth building, your transformation. Scorpio energy is it's death and rebirth, as I explained last week. So when you get Mercury and Mars together in Scorpio with Venus and Virgo, while the sun is in Libra, you're going to have a microscope on relationships, especially work, colleagues, and health. You're going to be doing a lot of checkups. Okay. That's like real, like MRIs, even things like that. Okay. But just know it has that intensity. All right. Like really strong eye contact. That's Mercury and Scorpio. Yeah. That type of vibe. Now, the other thing is that right around midnight, yeah, you see that we have a full moon in Aries, 14 degrees. And midnight around my time, Eastern Standard Time. I can't remember the last time we had a nighttime full moon. Really love this. Think about what happened for you March, okay? 2025, just 6 months ago. Remember, that was part of that rare 6 planet alignment, that once a lifetime alignment, when we had the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. So what happened for you around that time when all these planets at the same time were tipping over the 0 degree point? of reset. So this is the culmination. This is the turning point. Something's going to be illuminated here, especially something with friendships, groups you belong to, your future, wishes and hopes and dreams. There's something here, okay? Aries energy is go-getter. It's entrepreneurial. It's the initiator. So very interesting because kind of like the last one, right? The eclipse in Virgo, there's something new, right? That you're moving into, but also the full moon, again, turning point, something maybe coming to completion. Aries is very me energy. So this is all about you. And remember, this is a Mars ruled full moon, and Mars rules both Aries and Scorpio. It can be a little bit feist here, but we'll talk about your weekly we'll talk about next week. Okay. Now, because things are going to get a little spicy after this. Now, Tuesday the 7th, you see Mercury in Scorpio will square Pluto in Aquarius. So Pluto is Scorpio's modern ruler. Like I said, adds intensity. It's Pluto, power, empowerment, sometimes destruction. And don't forget, with all this Scorpio energy, Mercury in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio, we're moving into Scorpio season. When I say there's that intensity, Scorpio is a scorpion. It has a stinger. And this is a square. It's fixed energy. So just around this time, be very mindful about the way that you speak, what you're thinking even. Yeah. You can go really deep here. You can go really deep. It's very spiritual for you, Pluto and Aquarius in your 9th. But there may be something here with travel. There may be something here with education as well. Just be mindful with this. It's powerful. And remember, everything is energy, right? The thoughts in your head, the words that come from your mouth. This can be emotional. Scorpio energy, I will tell you right now, is deep. And its modern ruler Pluto is looking right at your ruler Mercury saying, hey, bro, you're in my house. So there can be a little bit of a squeeze here. All right. Pluto is ruler of the underworld. Deep, deep, deep truth seeking. Remember what I said, internet sleuths. Okay. This is when some truth may come to the surface. All right. You got that, right? And again, maybe work, maybe colleagues, employees. It is your 6th house. Or maybe something here with health matters as well. Maybe something with pets. I mean, the 6th house rules domestic animals and therefore even vets. Yeah. So there is emphasis, though, on relationships, intimacy, investments. Okay. Just keep that in mind. All right. Mars, remember, is here, too. So he can hold a grudge. I told you that. Mars and Scorpio there can be some jealousy. There can be some grudge holding. I don't think they're going to redo the season finale of Game of Thrones. So we got to let that go. That kind of energy. We got to let some, right? No grudges. I said that last week. Anyway, just trust your intuition. You're going to be fine. Now, the good news is you see on the 8th, Venus sextile Jupiter. Now, this happens twice a year. And this is one of the best aspects of the month. And you are going to really love it. You're going to really love this. I'm telling you right now. Venus, love, money, creativity, Jupiter, luck, abundance, expansion, profit, wisdom. You have the 2 benefic planets in a harmonious aspect, a sextile, this window of opportunity. Again, you've got to take that action here, but Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. And this is your 2nd house of money, finances, income, salary. But also, if you're not here for money, it's self-worth and self-value. It's material possessions as well, your physical world, right? So you've got Jupiter in Cancer in your 2nd house of money. You have Venus, the planet of money and love, in your 4th. So it looks like, again, there's something here that's very optimistic. It's happening right in the middle of the week, which is amazing because it's so strong. You feel it days before, days after. And so home and family, huge, huge, huge emphasis here. Okay, your domestic sector, but also something with income. Now, I want you to think back to August 12th when we had the Venus-Jupiter conjunction. This is part of that story. So what has been unfolding for you since that time? Remember, that's a year-long process. So you're seeing at this point some traction and savor this week. All right, it's nice. It's great. We'll talk about it more in your weekly forecast. Now, because Saturday on the 11th, Venus will be opposite Saturn. 27 degrees. This can have a little bit of a hard edge to it. Venus in Virgo isn't just over analytical. It is being hard on yourself. Yeah. It's nitpicky. It's warrior energy, not like Braveheart, like warrior, like so. And then Saturn, he's in an opposition here. He's like, talk to the hand. That's the type of energy he's given right now. He's going full hard knocks. So this is delays, it's restrictions, it's reality checks, it's life lessons in love, relationships, money, career for you, Saturn and Pisces in your 10th, but also home and family. There's so much activity in your home sector, okay? And not to like whatever, what makes this good for you is that the moon will be in your sign. Amazing. Be social. Be social. However, the moon will square Saturn. All right. So the moon in Gemini, moon in your sign, squaring Saturn in Pisces. You could feel a little restless this day. Yeah. But also mentally stimulated. All right. So stay creative and cheerful. That's you, right? And remember, you still got Venus sextile Jupiter. You're still feeling that. A lot of mutable energy that's happening. Yeah. This is you being flexible, adaptable, and social. That's what makes a difference. Okay. So be social. You never know what doors can open. Yeah. Go to the Pizza Hut, talk to the, family, then the business suits, sit next to you, maybe an investor or a realtor, whatever you need. So, the other thing, by the way, Saturn's going to be active. All right. And oh my gosh, you're going to love it when I turn this over. But just know he is still building that structure, that stability, that long-term energy in terms of career and fame for you. If you're not here for career or fame, it's just whatever you're passionate about, wherever you're putting your energy into that you want to be known for, because it's also achievements and honors. It's very public facing, the 10th house. So yeah, Saturn's still building this for you, but here he's asking you, how much do you want this? How much do you want this? Okay, so you got to prove to him. Remember, he gives you those tests. Now, who's going to feel this the most? Well, it'll be you, Gemini. You, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. If you have any planets 25 to 29 degrees in any of those signs, you will feel it the most. So great that I do. In both Gemini and Virgo. Anyway, I'm joking. Second week, are we here? Okay, so here, okay. Well, okay, here we are, Monday, the 13th, a loaded day. First of all, this is when that gateway opens. It is like a portal. You're about to see 3 grand trines. Yeah. And those are extra supportive, harmonious. Trines are the nature of Jupiter. They work in your favor. So this day is when you start seeing that gateway that I was talking about. Okay. You're going to see, remember, this is a month of transformation. You're going to see some things happen. But remember, you got to take action, okay? So keep that in mind. Don't weekend at Bernie's the rest of this month, this entire month. You got to do things. Now, first things first, Venus moves into Libra. Hello, that's amazing. Venus moving into Libra. Venus, again, love and money and beauty and creativity and harmony, what your heart desires. In her domicile. She's at home, okay? Emphasizing the finer things in life. It's very social. This is very fun. It's like having brunch with Cyndi Lauper. Venus is here for the rest of the month, okay? Blessing you in your 5th house. Libra rules your 5th house. That is joy. It's pleasure. It's fun. It's romance. It's true love. It's family. It's children. It's creative projects, creativity, procreation. It's sex. 5th house is sex, right? You're going to have so much fun here. With Venus and Libra, the sign of partnerships and love and marriage, and the fact that Venus is in her domicile and her lover, Mars, is in his domicile in Scorpio. You got the power couple working for you. You got it made. Gemini, out of all the signs, Libra rules your 5th. Out of all the signs, come on, yeah. You better give me a snap or something. Do something. This is amazing. All right. Now, the other thing is with just that too alone, oh my gosh, the aspects they're about to have, they're going to be moving mountains for you. And there will be emphasis on intimacy and investments and commitments, okay? And true love and romance and creative projects. It's really, really nice. But your everyday activities, remember, Mars and Mercury are there now. Health, work as well. Now, you're about to go into major transformation mode, hyper mode, okay? Pluto goes direct in Aquarius after being retrograde since May. And so Pluto, the planet of power and empowerment, like you are going to feel like a bear coming out of hibernation, okay? Very liberating. Like those salmon better swim fast. They better swim away. That you got things to do. So you're going to feel this. And Pluto is in Aquarius. This is the kicker for you, Gemini. Pluto in Aquarius, your 9th house, right? So that's, again, very spiritual. That's all about inner wisdom. It's your belief system. It's your worldview, okay? Very adventurous here. You're definitely going to be doing some traveling or at least meeting people overseas, yeah? This is also the house of publishing, broadcasting. Y'all are writing books. You're Geminis. You're the writers. You're writing books, okay? So this is really amazing. This is also broadcasting, okay? You going to be a news anchor? There you go. Pluto, you got all that power, okay? Starting a podcast, amazing. Pluto, remember what I said, rules, it's the ruler for Scorpio. So also natively ruling your 6th house of your everyday activities and work. So there is something here with the work and your belief system that's kind of merging as well, yeah? As well as philosophy and education is a big part of this. Higher learning, you may be going back to school, or higher mind as well. Like this is, again, like it is pretty transcendent. Like the way that you see things are going to change. Pluto is revolution too. All right. So again, we'll talk more about it in your weekly forecast. But what I really, well, let me just see something here. We'll talk about that one later. There's some things that we'll just talk about in your weekly. Because I want to get to Tuesday on the 14th, right? Venus in Libra, trining Uranus in your sign, which, by the way, is a rare, it happens once a year. And Uranus is in your sign. And then you have Venus trining Pluto as well. That only happens like twice a year, okay? Pluto and Aquarius. And Venus trine Pluto, by the way, that's deep. That's deep. That's in the trenches of passion. It's like, where's the exit? Like you're going to be. Remember, this is your 5th house of pleasure and joy, okay? And remember, Uranus in your sign is trining Pluto in Aquarius. So what do you have? You have a grand air trine with Venus. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be bonkers. And remember, nobody on this planet has ever experienced this. It's been 84 years since Uranus has been in your sign. It's been 250 years since Pluto has been in Aquarius. So nobody has experienced this. It's the first time. First time. Can you believe that? Wow. Milestone. This trine, remember, it's part of the prism portal, Uranus and Pluto, right? Brand new energy you're working with. And it's a bigger story around it. We'll talk about your weekly forecast because Venus is also opposite Neptune. There's so much more happening. But this is your breakthrough. This is your big breakthrough. This is you having big moments that surprise others. There's unexpected surprises here. Travel would be a big thing. Love, romance, chance encounters, sliding doors, moments that you may have. A lot of emphasis on love and marriage and contracts and agreements and your future hopes and wishes and dreams and spirituality and your belief system and travel and communication, like everything. This is all about you. You're part of this. Uranus is in your sign. Don't forget, Saturn is still conjunct Neptune too, bringing reality to your dreams. Yeah. Saturn literally being in your 11th house, that where he's at home. Remember, he rules the 11th house. He's building you that bridge either way. So Venus and Pluto brings that feel good intensity. And remember, Pluto is out of bounds. He's wild. You're going to feel this. He's got a rebellious side. So this is you doing you. This is you doing you and having your breakthrough and your awakening, right? As part of your transformation. That's Uranus and Gemini, right? Especially at the mind, expanding your consciousness, being very curious about things, very innovative energy. If you're single, well, so yeah, do you see what else is happening? I, I this is really I don't you better be dancing back there. Now, you see Jupiter's trine Saturn, 25 degrees. What? What? This has not happened since 2014. Okay? So, these two planets perfect on November 1st, but at this point, they're only 2 degrees apart. You start feeling it now. You're going to feel that build up to November 1st. And so, remember, Saturn is working in your favor big time now. Big time. With the planet of luck and good fortune and prosperity and profit in your second house of income. Saturn in your 10th house of career. In a trine, in a very auspicious aspect that works in your favor. Oh, yeah. It's big. It's my breakfast. Saturn. Come on. I feel like he needs a standing ovation. He's like the random guy on the street that helps you like parallel park. I mean, this comes like out of nowhere. Because like this is part of the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction that happened in 2020. But we'll talk about more in your weekly forecast. This is stability, structure, success, recognition, all of that with your long-term goals and commitments. And wealth. Yeah. It's money for you. It's your second house. So there's something really great for career and money and fame and recognition. Again, if you're not here for career, just you want to be known as the best banana maker in your gated community in West Palm Beach. There you go. There you go. Okay. Now, the other thing is, oh yeah, who's going to feel this the most? Well, if you have planets 0 to 3 degrees in Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, yeah, for the grand air trine, okay, with Venus. And for Jupiter trine Saturn, that's going to be the water signs. I feel that the most, okay? But if you have any planets between 24 to 26 degrees in any of those signs, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, oh yeah, you are definitely going to feel it. I'm also going to throw in like Capricorn and Aquarius. So, but it is, you see what's happening. All the modalities are activated. So everyone is going to feel this. Everybody. Now, October 16th, yeah, the sun will square Jupiter. Not a big deal. All right. No, yeah, that's fine. We'll talk about your weekly forecast. That's real. Again, remember, Jupiter just squeezes everything out of something that's good. Just don't if you believe you can fly and touch the sky, you will. Okay? But just don't try to fly to the sun. All right? Now, Saturday, October 18th. Oh, yeah. That's not on the whiteboard. We got to talk about that. We'll talk about your weekly forecast. That's going to affect you the most. But we do have the bending of the nodes with Mars. Yeah, or the North Node, South Node, something faded here. But remember, you got Jupiter trine Saturn too. Both planets, by the way, have an element of karma to it, right? But Saturn is really known for that. And it's on the karmic nodes of fate. So there will be something here faded. Yeah, in terms of this you and in career and money and home. Now, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's like that's what I'm saying. You're gonna see things change. Sunday, October 19th, Mercury conjunct Mars in Scorpio. Now, I want you to buckle up. This comes with a disclaimer, right? Okay, so when you got Mercury conjunct Mars in Scorpio, this is high frequency, okay? But with intensity, with passion, and it can be emotional. Remember, Mercury, the mind, Scorpio has depth, Mars, physicality and drive. There's something you want, and you're going to get it. And this is in your everyday activities, health, and work, your lifestyle, all of that, okay? So you're going to feel really ambitious. You're going to want things. It's like your passion, whole other level. Okay. So the fact that Jupiter's trining Saturn at the same time, yeah, there's like great news that can come around this time too. I mean, there's just so much happening here. We're going to break it down more in your weekly forecast, but just know you're entering. Remember, you've already entered the gateway. Now there's like major things happening. Mars conjunct Mercury is literally the phrase you can do anything you put your mind to. Okay, it's sharp, it's fierce, it's passionate, it gets the job done. Use it. Yeah, get all Aaron Brockovich. Yep, it's gonna stimulate what it does is it stimulates your passions, right, into ideas and your dreams and your vision and your legacy. But it's Mars too, so you're actually putting in the work, putting wheels in motion. So you see they're conjuncting now. They're merging their energies together. This is when you feel it. But they're going to be together for the rest of the month. And again, we got something to go back to that happened in the beginning, and we'll get there. All right. But it can be strong. Just keep that in mind. Mercury being your ruler, you can manage this. You're Geminis, right? Venus also, and the sun being in Libra, brings diplomacy and peace anyway. But there is something else happening. Juno trining Ceres and Aries. There's just so much happening. It is bananas. All right. Now, and we also have, yeah, I'm going through there's just so much happening. All right. So just know that I'm going to tell you this, Gemini. I'm not telling everybody. We'll wait to the weekly forecast. This day, you also have another grand trine, okay? Air trine, with the moon in Libra, and Uranus in your sign, and Pluto in Aquarius. This is amazing, okay? There's a sense of like the truth will set you free around this, and you're going to have a huge breakthrough. Big moment of clarity is very possible as well, especially with love and relationships. I mean, yeah, or even contracts. So welcome to this is a gateway to the new moon in Libra. It's huge. It's huge. And remember, Uranus in your sign is so active. So active. So this is a great time to have your awakening, to have your breakthrough, and be in touch with your authentic self. That's what Uranus wants. Okay? So now, the other thing. Yep. The other thing is, and I'm just going to tell you this, but again, I'm going to tell everybody when we come to the weekly forecast, Mercury goes into shadow. This day, Mercury's your ruler. That's what I'm telling you, okay? And basically, Mercury's going retrograde in November. And Mercury going into shadow, Mercury's kind of just dipping his toes in it. Now, Tuesday, the 21st, we have the new moon in Libra. So Gemini, buckle up. Buckle up, 28 degrees, buckle up. This is a Venus-ruled new moon. She's in her chariot. Please set intentions, plant seeds. This is one of the best new moons of the year. This is romantic. This is huge. New beginnings in love, marriage, partnerships, contracts, pleasures. Yeah, it's your fifth house, though. So it's doubly so for you. Doubly so. Very nice. Very nice. Creative projects, big thing here. Creativity, really big thing here. Having a kid, yeah, a lot of y'all having kids. Or grandkids are entering the picture. Remember, your fourth house of home and family is already really activated. You throw in that fifth house, oh yeah, there's a lot happening in your domestic sector. But also with like money and career. You've got a lot happening. And so please plant those seeds. This is the time for you. This is like new relationship. This is it's even entrepreneurial. Yeah, that fifth house. So anyway, money stuff. Oh, y'all are gonna have some money. I love this. Okay, this is one for the history books, because at this point for this new moon in Libra, you have Mercury conjunct Mars. Okay, you have the gateway of that grand air trine. You still have Jupiter trine Saturn. It's actually grand water trine forming with Mercury and Scorpio too. Okay, there's just so much happening here. Doors opening up for you, stable doors. Saturn's here. Yep, agreements and opportunities, and deeply emotionally moving moment for you. It's all this Scorpio energy, right? So here's the thing. Remember, okay, and this is, I really want to hear from you. I really want your comments. Remember what I said. The very first day of October, Juno moving into Sagittarius. Yep. Now, around this time, you could seal the deal for a relationship or a contract or having a baby. Because Juno, now in Sagittarius, out of Scorpio, sorry, Juno now in Sagittarius will sextile Venus in Libra. What? What is happening? So remember, Juno, now in Sagittarius, your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, and contracts and marriage. Yeah. That's Jupiter's home. And Juno is Jupiter's wife, sextiling Venus in Libra. Venus is love and relationships and creative projects and money in your 5th house of love, true love and pleasure and romance and children and babies and creative projects and hobbies too. Yeah. Some of y'all are going to be turning your hobbies, you're going to be monetizing them. You got Juno and her husband, Jupiter, creating this optimistic future for you right now. You have to take inspired action. Now, who is going to feel the new moon the most? Well, it'll be air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 27, 29 degrees in your chart. Okay, if you have any planets there. Oh my gosh. But again, all the modalities are active. Everyone's going to feel this, but y'all, okay? Will really. Now, oh yeah, and then Wednesday on the 22nd or the 21st, depending on where you live, Neptune back into Pisces. So now you've got Saturn and Neptune that's left Aries back in Pisces, right? Neptune in Pisces, your 10th house of career and fame and recognition, your reputation. Neptune in Pisces, that's creativity, that's imagination, that's your dreams on blast. It's visceral. And there's something hugely nostalgic here because you had Neptune in Pisces since 2010, 2011. So big. We'll talk about it more later. Sun moves into Scorpio Thursday the 23rd. You got a stellium in Scorpio. You got Mars. You got Mars, Mercury, and the Sun. Okay? That's a lot of Scorpio energy in your 6th house of everyday activities and work and health. Okay? Big. Very transformative energy. Okay? So truth seeking as well. But this is going to transform your entire life. It's your 6th house. It's your 6th house. All right? So remember, it can be emotional too. Emotionally moving. It's Scorpio energy. But that's the thing, Gemini, you have to direct that energy. Okay? Because emotions, they're actually neutral. Like a thought without intense emotion and feeling has no value. It has no meaning. There's no power to like engage your neural pathways. Yes, I'm throwing in science. Okay? I always say match the frequency of the reality you want. You can't help but get that reality. We know that it's literally science, not just, hermetic principles and ancient wisdom. So yes, emotions, they're neutral. It's the energy that you apply toward that emotion that puts it in motion. Okay? Emotion. We will go back to Latin. Emotere. Energy, emotion. Okay? That's what gives you power. That's what gives you experience and hopes and dreams and all of that. That allows you to create this high frequency and the reality you deserve. So feel, okay? Feel something here. It's all about passion. It's that Scorpio energy. And I say that because Jupiter will square Chiron this day. You are going to feel something. Anyway, 24th, the sun will square Pluto. We'll talk about it in your weekly forecast. That's more about for you. This is all about power struggles and it is like come at me, bro energy, but it's also burnout energy. So just be mindful of that. There's something here that it's like burnout. You're working too much. Okay. Or you may not see eye to eye with a colleague. And, now we get to Monday, the 27th, you have Mars trine Jupiter. Oh gosh. Mars trine Jupiter happens once a year. Okay. So this is rare. You basically have Mercury with Mars, as you know. This aspect, this Mars trine Jupiter, you start feeling October 24th. So over the weekend, yeah, one of the best days right here of 2025. You've got the planet of action, drive, passion, and its domicile, meeting up with the planet of luck and good fortune and prosperity and wisdom and good profit, you know, exalted, Jupiter exalted. This is the holy grail of the month, especially when it comes to money. Money, money, money for you, Jupiter and Cancer, okay? Wealth. But again, if you're not here for that, self-worth and self-value, you feeling so confident. So confident. And again, material possessions, you're getting something. You're getting something. You get that Honda Civic you've been eyeing, okay? That bird cage at the auction, whatever you want. It's here. It's coming. It already has, you know, earlier. Yeah. With Jupiter being very active. But this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. We'll talk about it more in your weekly forecast. Because we also have another golden triangle. We have Mars and Mercury, basically. Mars in Scorpio, trine Jupiter in Cancer, trine Saturn in Pisces. What the fax machine? I mean, this is your house of work, your house of money, and your house of career and fame. All activated in this way where it's pushing you in this new direction and is very auspicious. You just cannot make this up. So Mars trine Saturn, that's going to perfect on Wednesday the 29th. But obviously you're going to feel it days before, days after. You also have Mercury trine Neptune back in Pisces. Come on. Come on. Don't. All right? You have this grand water trine. You just can't make this up. You've got this long-term structure, stability, wisdom, all of that. Saturn, right? To your ambitions and goals and commitments. Mars and optimism and expansion with Jupiter. So you see how your life is about to change in the biggest way you could never imagine. Ever imagine. We haven't had this in 12 years. Okay? So get really excited. There's going to be something here with money for you for sure. Because the moon will be in Capricorn, okay? Moon will be in Capricorn, and that will also form, a grand trine as well with Mars and Scorpio sextiling Saturn and Pisces. Capricorn rules your 8th house. That's Scorpio's home. So again, investments, inheritance, bonuses, royalties, and then you have, and it's partnership building, it's wealth building. You can't make this up. This is so transformative. What else is happening? Yeah, Mercury will go into Sagittarius. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. One of the best, this is one of the best. Oh, wait, did I even flip it over? Oh, did I do that again? Gemini, I don't know. I got to look back at the video. I may have done that. Okay. Hopefully I didn't, but I think y'all know that I'm still sick. And so, but thank you. And Great Awakener, yes, but I'm still, my gosh. I think I did that to you last time, Gemini, but anyway, one of the best, and you're good. Your life is changing. All right. And thank you everyone for joining greatawakener.com. And I'm launching my super secret thing. It's happening, October. And so the founding member sale, by the way, ends September 31st. Or is it 30th? Whatever the last day is. Anyway. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for those who have already joined. Let's get started. Gemini, let's see what is going on for you for October 2025. Gemini, did I gotta look at the camera again, but anyway, Gemini, I do a traditional Celtic Cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, oh yeah, you know we will. You know I got you. And secondly, I love y'all. Gemini, you are about to. I'm not even joking. Like October is so bonkers, and yes, there are squares and whatnot, but Come on. You saw what's happening. Like, okay, let's get started. Let's get started. You are, yeah. Mm. You're good. So, you're really, really good. Um, I don't even know. You're good. You're the Two of Swords. So, yeah, as you move into this month, I feel like there's something that A, it's the Two of Swords. We got to face something, okay? There's something we got to really, really face. And it's not like, listen, here's the thing. You push things to the side, they're still going to be there. Yeah? It's like, when you go through a really stressful time, you're like, I need to go to the Bahamas. I'm going to have so much fun. Yeah. You go. You come back. Things still there that we got to face it. We got to take off that blindfold. Go at your comfort level, but trust your intuition. You're going to be fine. The funny thing is, you're good. You saw your last week's reading, okay? Because I'm recognizing some cards that showed up last week, and that's a big sign when they show up week to week. What are you still holding in? What are you still holding in? What are you afraid of seeing as well? All right. Remember, this card attributed to Moon and Libra. We are in Libra season. That is your 5th house of joy and pleasure. However, but also love and romance. Okay. Libra energy in general is partnerships. You got to make a decision. And then when you can come out of that, wow. Look how much you free yourself. Look at all the power you have. This is the biggest sword in the deck. You see the crown on top of it. It's victory. It's success. This is your breakthrough. Remember, I said Uranus, the planet of breakthroughs and awakening, right? In your sign. You've so active this month. There you go. Okay. This is also a big contract. It's an ace. There's something new here. Even a new, remember, I said Pluto and Aquarius is going to be very active for you as well. All right. New way of seeing things, a shift in perspective, but there's something new brewing here that's changing your entire world. And use this sword. Use it. That's, again, you're going to have a lot of power. Now, you have the Eight of Pentacles here. Two things. A, just don't lose motivation. Just continue to, he is hardworking. He's diligent. He laser focused on his future. He's patient. He's right. But he's in your challenge area. So there is like an element of like, okay, we're going to stay focused on this. We're going to stay focused on this. I'm going to keep going after my goals. Second thing is, it does feel like there may be someone that is not on pace with you, someone you feel has really dropped the ball, someone you feel maybe going a different direction. So just keep that in mind, okay? And again, remember, all this Scorpio energy, your 6th house, can be work related. Yeah. Colleague, employee, things, intern, but also maybe something at home, okay? Like a relationship. Just letting you know, all right? Maybe someone doesn't want to put in the effort to build something together, okay? And again, it can be work or it can be home. Your personal life. Now, 6 of Wands again, right? Queen of Cups. I love that. So, yeah, there is a sense of this emotional security, this emotional intelligence, this depth in emotions that, like I said, you're going to feel all month anyway, right? Mercury-Mars and Scorpio right off the bat in the beginning. So there is that depth. Have your transformation. This is really great. This is someone who, it's the Queen of Cups. She's like the Princess Diana of tarot. And so there's a lot of emotions in this card, but it's that, remember what I said, emotions are neutral. You got to put that energy there. And that's what she's doing. And one thing that I love about this card is that you rarely see the color violet in tarot cards. It's very interesting because violet has the shortest wavelength. And so it has the strongest output of energy. It was why you have, the crown chakra up here, okay? The spiritual awareness, that divinity, that it's purple, violet. Anyway, Really love that. Six of Wands. You know that is a card of victory and success. So you got two of that here. And that's exactly what you're seeking. There's a sense of, recognition that you're seeking, this eminence in career and work or whatever your passions are. And wow, once you break free from that, that's all it is. And then whoosh, the Chariot, and he never looks back. And he's going straight. Look at, I'm going to show you something here. You see the stars in his banner matching the stars in the star card. Going straight to everything that you're hoping for. Okay? That's his willpower, though. So you got to feel it. All right? Charging forward. And remember, this month, there's going to be a charge. You're going to feel the charge. This is amazing, especially with money. Yeah? Because the Chariot is attributed to Cancer. Remember, Jupiter is in Cancer in your second house. So there seems like there's something here. Okay? That could be, and maybe even two things. You are the twin. You see the two sphinxes. But that's the thing. Two different opportunities. It didn't even matter which one. They're going different directions. It didn't matter. You're in control. You're in control. It's your willpower. It's your reality. All right? Material possessions too. You really literally might get a new car. Or you might travel. Let's get to your stuff. Gemini. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what is going on. What's happening? You see what's happening, okay? All right, love y'all. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna talk. You're good. I mean, listen, when I say partnerships, relationships, really big thing. A lot of y'all want that, okay? There's this level of opening yourself up to some. We're in it for the long haul. We're in it for the journey. There's so much passion here. You see the winged lion, a lot of healing, meeting someone new. You see the caduceus. You see this. It's the Two of Cups, okay? And so it could be a new phase in a current relationship or a partnership. Remember, there's a lot of making up energy, getting to this point after eclipse season with all that Libra energy as well that we went through. So really wonderful. Continue to go for it. Partnerships, contracts here. And this can be even platonic. It can be work. It can be love. But there's something you seek. Yeah? Something you seek. Now, Six of Cups. Amazing. Because there is, even with the fact that Neptune is going retrograde, I like that. Or sorry, back into Pisces. I like that for you. And you have that for a few months, okay? It's nice, but it's adding this nostalgic energy that I was talking about. This card is highly associated with like nostalgia, but that feel-good nostalgia. So there may be something or someone from the past that comes through that's, pivotal in your next phase, all right? It could be a boss, it could be whatever it is, colleague, but it could also just be something, your daily activities. This is actually attributed to Sun and Scorpio, the Six of Cups. But you see, this is all about kindness and sharing, and you're tapping into your inner child. You have a new moon in your fifth house. Like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. All right? There's letting your hair down. Five of Wands. So, yeah, you want to fight. You may have not been seeing eye to eye. You saw what September was like, right? So, you're in a place where you're like, boom, done. I just want to, let's clear that energy. No more. It's like not even worth it. It wasn't even worth it, but things built up, right? So really great. And then lastly, you have the Seven of Swords in your final outcome. So with that Seven of Swords, which if you are a cross-watcher, has been coming up a lot. Remember what I said. October, great month, but it's also like truths coming to the surface, okay? Especially when Pluto activates. There you go. Seven of Swords. What is your truth? Okay. What is the thing that you're holding in? What is the thing that you have to recognize? I have to accept this, or I have to, work around this, or I have to work with this. I have to have a conversation with someone. There's something I have to see. Okay. You can't turn your back. You have to keep going forward. Right. But there is something that it feels that you really want to avoid that. And it may be a circumstance too. This card is it's lying, it's cheating, it's stealing, it's dishonesty, it's deceit, it's disloyalty. So if there's any of that happening in your world, you have to take care of it. You can't just ignore it. All right? This is, I'll clarify that for you too. Okay. So that's the Seven of Swords. It's all about truth and facing your realities. Yeah. You got the Eight of Cups. Yeah. There you go. It does feel like there may be someone that you're parting with here. Okay. And remember, you're moving into like all this great energy. So that feels really good. It could be work related for real. Like I said, you have one of the best months. Like you literally just got the Wheel of Fortune. So Eight of Cups, which is attributed to Saturn in Pisces, your 10th house of career. So there may be something with career related you're moving away from. You've sorted that out. And look at your prize. Look at what you get, right? For you being your authentic self, look at what you get. You got the Wheel of Fortune. You get a card drop. You get a mic drop. You're good. You're good. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. This faded new path opening up for you. And that is literally like built into October. All these faded, remember what I was talking about, the gateway. There you go. There's your gateway. The Wheel of Fortune taking you on this brand new path. It's stellar. All right. This card is attributed to Jupiter, by the way. Luck and good fortune. And it is card 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. This new beginning. You're really good. All right, let's break it down week by week. Gemini, the first week. I need my glasses. The first week. Yeah. So well, the biggest thing is like the Venus conjunct South Node. I feel like that might have, out of all the signs, you may feel that Mercury entering Scorpio, the full moon in Aries. If we have Venus sextile Jupiter, Venus opposite Saturn, it's a loaded month. Okay. Then remember, that's not even, there's a lot more. All right. Let's see what's going on for you for the first week of October. Congratulations. Home. This card is highly associated with like the domestic sector. Yeah. And like I said, you have a big thing. A lot of y'all are moving, maybe buying a home, selling a home, renting a home, whatever it is. Big. Okay. This is a card of celebration, but it's also a card of like getting a new job, getting your dream job, opening up your business, whatever it is. There's success here. You already got that 6 of Wands. You're manifesting that. And there is a sense of freeness, freeing yourself, freedom. Like, this feels good. And yes, marriage, like I said, or partnering up. Like that's really big. You have that 2 of Cups. You have the 4 of Wands. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You have all the things that are happening in your big Juno and Sagittarius for you. Come on. Now, the second week, Venus moving into Libra, Pluto going direct, Venus and its grand trine, Jupiter trine Saturn. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. And then Mercury conjunct Mars. That's big. All right, let's see what's going on for you for the second week. Oh, there you go. Shut up. You saw that. You saw that, right? Where is it? You're good. Okay, so don't play with me. Don't play with me. Gemini, you got the Ace of Cups. Talk about the Holy Grail. I mean, that's like not your cup like half full or anything. It's like overflowing. And think about the last time you received, like something happened in your life that brought you to tears. Something so special, like getting your dream job or getting married or having a baby, any of those things. That's the Ace of Cups. We're talking about emotions. Remember, it says an emotional month. It's the Ace of Cups. Okay. So speaking of tears of joy, right? So anyway, you're good. There's something that's going to be emotionally moving for you. Another new beginning. Yeah, 2 aces. This is rapturous. It's like this euphoric. Oh, the Ace of Cups is so nice. All right, let's see the third week. Oh yeah. You have the new moon in Libra. We move into Scorpio season. Neptune moves back into Pisces. Oh, there's a lot. Okay, let's stick with those. Let's see what's going on for you the third week of October. You got Temperance. Interesting. Temperance attributed to Sagittarius. So I think Juno and Sagittarius is going to change a lot for you because Juno being in Scorpio the past 3 or 4, 5, 6 months, that was like everyday activities. That was work, colleagues, things like that. But again, just a better placement. Yeah, Gino and Sag. All right, so that's all about just. This is saying like you're fine, you're good. Everyone's on a path. You're on your path, and you've got Archangel Michael here saying, "Hey, Gemini, I'm taking care of you. Don't worry about it. We're good." You see the sun in the shape of a crown. Yeah. We're getting you there. So it's all about patience, practicing patience. It's knowing, being aware in the moment, and just being your authentic self. That's all. That's all. That high frequency, and just always contributing to the greater good. Yeah, and you're gonna be fine. You're really good. You got a lot of like protection here. And then the last week, yeah, Mars trine Jupiter, Mars trine Saturn. Oh, there's just Mercury trine Neptune. Let's see the last week. Last week of October. Four of Pentacles. So it feels like you're hunkering down by the end of the month with that Four of Pentacles. Okay, so it could be you've already moved at this point. You got your dream job or whatever it is. It's like stabilizing things, having that structure, and a big focus on your domestic sector, but also building wealth. Yeah. So very interesting with the Four of Pentacles. That is that week that it's attributed to Capricorn, and that is the week I told you had that trine with the grand trine with the moon in Capricorn in your eighth. That rules your eighth. So that's really interesting. But it feels like you are hunkering down in something new, and there is this element of like, okay, let's build structure around this. Okay, with the Four of Pentacles, let's make this. Like it's think about four legs of a table. Yeah, that stability. Okay, but making sure that because you do have a lot of things set up that's indicating money, a lot of money flow. So putting all of that in order too. Okay, just giving things structure. Anyway, Gemini, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. Next week we'll go deeper in the aspects, and yes, tier 3 members. Oh gosh, we're gonna we're love career. We're gonna pull some cards here. Anyone's welcome to join tier 3 members. You know where to find the link. Really good and legendary members. Gemini, you're good. You're amazing. I can't even like what. All right, Gemini, I will see you next week. All right, thanks so much. Bye bye.